Hello student. Today I will discuss about a very important chemistry lab experiment, that is acid base titration. That is experiment titration of n by 10 approximate solution of an alkali with an unknown solution of an acid supplied. That you can say determination of an acid solution with the help of n by 10 approximate alkali solution. Then first we have to know what is titration. A titration is a technique where a solution of non-concentration is used to determine the concentration of an unknown solution. Typically, the titrant, that is the known solution, is added from a burette to a non-quantity of the analyte, that is unknown solution, until the reaction is complete. Knowing the volume of titrant added allows the determination of the concentration of the unknown. Often an indicator is used to usually signal the end of the reaction or the end point. The right side you can see the picture of burette and conical flux. Titration terminology. What is titrant? Solution you are adding to perform the titration. And analyte solution you are titrating into, that is usually of an unknown concentration. And endpoint, what is endpoint or equivalence point? Point at which the reaction is complete. Okay, you use the volume of titrant you added at the end point to calculate. Then our learning object, determination the concentration of an unknown acid or base given its volume and the volume and concentration of the standardized base or acid. Here is some common acid base indicators. Which indicators we can use for which type of titration. Then here methyl orange, the pH range of methyl orange is 3.2 to 4.4, that's mean acidic medium, and its color change red to yellow. Bromothymol blue 6.0 to 7.6, this change is yellow to blue. Phenolphthalein 8 to 8.2 to 10, and the change of this colorless to pink, that's mean in acid solution the color of phenolphthalein colorless, and in the basic solution the color will be pink. Litmus, the pH range of litmus 5.5 to 8.2, it is changed to red to blue. Bromocyrol green 3.8 to 5.4, and the change of this indicator scala yellow to blue, and thymol blue 8.0 to 9.6 in pH range. The color change for this indicator yellow to blue. Selection of the indicators depends on the nature of acid and base. Titration strong acid, if the titration is strong acid and strong base, then we can use any type of indicator. Strong acid and weak base, then the suitable indicator is methyl orange. And for weak acid and strong base titration, we can use phenolphthalein indicator. And weak acid and weak base, there is no suitable indicator. Then the key points of this experiment. An acid base titration is a quantitative analysis of acids and bases. Through this process, an acid or base of non-concentration neutralizes an acid or base of unknown concentration. The titration progress can be mentioned by visual indicator, pH electrode or both. Here for this experiment we use indicator. Here are some apparatus which will be needed for the complete of the titration. Here is burette. This is burette on the left side, and on the right side pipette. On the right side we can see pipette. Here is indicator. We have to need dropper. Also we have to need conical flux. This is one of the most important apparatus to complete the titration. Then making a standard solution. How can we making a standard solution? A standard solution which is strength is known to us. That solution is called standard solution, or a standard solution is a solution whose concentration is correct accurately known. Like this we can prepare standard solution. This is done by weighing out a sample of solute and transferring it completely to a volumetric flux and adding enough solvent to bring the volume up to the mark on the neck of the volumetric flux. How to prepare 1 molar or 1 normal sodium hydroxide solution? Then we have to take first 40 grams of sodium hydroxide, solid sodium hydroxide we have to take 40 grams, and this sodium hydroxide placed to a volumetric flux and add water to reach the 1.0 liter max and mix to obtain 1.0 molar solution by stirring with a glass rod. We can prepare the standard solution of sodium hydroxide by this process. Then here titrant is standard sodium hydroxide solution, analyte acidic solution, as we are going to determine the strength of acid solution. Then titration procedure. First rinse the burette with the standard solution, the pipette with the unknown solution, and the conical flux with distilled water. We have to rinse. Let measure unknown solution, that means acid, from beaker by a pipette and place it into a clean conical flux like this picture. And few drops of phenolphthalein indicator is added into the solution which is in the conical flux. Then fill up the basic solution in the burette like this picture. We have to fill up the basic solution, that is sodium hydroxide solution, into the burette. Note down the initial reading from burette to a rough notebook. We have to note down the burette reading on our notebook. Here are some important things, that is upper meniscus and lower meniscus. Strong adhesion and meniscus. Water's adhesion to glass is stronger than its cohesion to itself. Like this picture, H2O. We can take the lower meniscus for water solution or diluted solution, and upper meniscus of mercury, as mercury chosen to itself is stronger than its adhesion to glass. Here you can see creating the concave meniscus and convex meniscus. Okay. Then number 6, add drop-wise basic solution from burette slowly until faint pink color appear, then stop adding solution from burette. Okay. The color change from colorless to just like faint pink, not deep pink. Just in this picture, faint pink in green tick mark. Note down the final reading after complete the titration for on burette and repeat the process for 3 times for accuracy. We have to perform 3 times for accuracy of the titration. Then at a glance the procedure: first, pipette out at suitable amount of supplied acid solution. We can take 25 ml of supplied acid solution into a conical flask. Add 1 to 2 drops of phenolphthalein as indicator. The color will not change because the phenolphthalein in acid solution is colorless. Then number 3, add the unknown basic solution slowly from burette with shaking. Then add the end point, the solution becomes colorless to faint pink. Then note the volume of basic solution consumed from burette. Result: here we have to draw a table like this. In the first column, number of observation as we perform 2 or 3 or more observations. So 1, 2 and 3 observation. Volume of unknown acid solution taken in conical flask 25 ml for first observation, and burette reading N by 10 sodium hydroxide. Initial reading, as we start from 0 burette reading, so initial reading is 0, and final reading, that means to complete the titration at the burette reading 24.7. The difference will be final reading minus initial reading, that is 24.7 minus 0 equals to 24.7. That means volume of base solution which is consumed for complete the titration. And for the second observation also we have to take 25 ml of acid solution in conical flask, and drop wise we add basic solution, standard basic solution. Why standard? Because the strength of this basic solution is none, that is N by 10 solution, so it is standard solution. That 24.8 initial reading and final reading is 48.6. So the difference is 48.6 minus 24.8 equals to 24.8. This amount of this volume of basic solution has to be required to complete the titration. And for the third time performance, we have to take also 25 ml of acidic solution in conical flask, and initial reading of burette 0 and final reading of burette 24.8. So difference of burette reading 24.8, that means 24.8 ml of sodium hydroxide solution is needed to complete the titration. Here the mean volume of basic solution, we can say 24.8 ml, that is V2. Here V1 is volume of acid we have taken in conical flux. S2 is burette reading of sodium hydroxide. S2 is strength of sodium hydroxide which is used in burette, and volume of sodium hydroxide in burette which is consumed for titration, complete the titration, that is V2. Here V2 equals to 24.8, and we have to find out the S1, that means strength of acid. What is the strength of the acid? That is S1. Calculation. If the volume of acid solution is V1 and unknown strength of acid solution is S1, neutralizes exactly an alkali of volume V2 and standard strength S2, then according to the law of neutralization, or we can say the equal volume and strength of two reacting substances neutralize to each other. So we can say for acidometry alkalimetry formula, V1 S1 equals to V2 S2. Since V1 S1 equals to V2 S2, strength of acid S1 equals to, you can write V2 S2 divided by V1. Here V1 equals 25 ml. Previous we see V1 equals to 25 ml, V2 equals to 24.8 ml, S2 equals to N by 10. That means strength of sodium hydroxide N by 10, volume of sodium hydroxide 24.8, and volume of unknown acid solution is 25 ml, which is taken in conical flux. Then the S1 equals to, easily we can calculate, that is 0.0992 normal, that is the strength of the acid. Okay, like this we can find out the actual strength of an acid solution with the help of standard basic solution. Okay. Now some questions about acid base titration. Then what is the aim of acid base titration? What is the aim of titration? What is the aim of acid base titration? We can find out the strength of acid or basic solution, unknown acid or basic solution with the help of known basic or acid solution. The second question, name of some indicator used for acid base titration. There are many types of titration which is used for titration, like litmus indicator, like phenolphthalein indicator, like methyl orange, methyl red, etc. All these indicator is used for acid base titration. Question number 3, what will be the color of phenolphthalein indicator in acid and basic solution? There will be no change in acidic solution of phenolphthalein, that means colorless, but in basic solution phenolphthalein will change to pink color. Question number 4, what is standard solution? What is standard solution? A solution whose strength is known to us, that solution is called standard solution, like N by 10 sodium hydroxide or 0.1 normal sodium hydroxide, N by 20 sulfuric acid, etc. These all are standard because the strength is known. So this is standard solution. Question number 5, Give an example of strong acid and strong base. You can say strong acid, sulfuric acid, hydrochloric acid, these all are nitric acid, these all are strong acid. And weak acid, you can say all organic acid, weak acid. And strong base, which is strong base, sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, these all are strong base. Question number 6. Give an example of weak acid and weak base. Weak acid, previous is say all organic acid are weak acid. That is ethanoic acid, vinegar or acetic acid, tartaric acid, lactic acid, these all acids are weak acid. And weak base, ammonium hydroxide, sodium carbonate, these all are weak base. Okay. Thank you.